And we are live. Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks, Bink. So Bink, Toasty, Van Dung, Swizzy, what else is here? Looks like that so far. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. Hey, Schnoodles. Oh, press. Hey, awesome. It's been good. Can't complain too much. I'm busy with work, but nothing too crazy. Did a whole bunch of PvP yesterday. Gonna do a whole bunch of PvP today for the Grit and Guild Grand Tournament. So, not bad. Not bad. How about you? I don't know if I can beat this team. Oh, nice. Are you like riding in the car? Or you're not driving and watching, right? Oh, okay. That's good that you're neither driving nor driving while watching. Could be walking, but well, we're glad you're able to get here and hang out. Hello, Heinz. Still grinding today, unless it's something that would strike me as incredibly awesome. Just grinding. I switched the team up a little bit since we had the Foresight runes yesterday. So I thought, you know what? I can replace Shade if I put a Foresight rune on Malice. That means I can replace Shade and put Valken in and do shit like this. The only Rayla team that I was running yesterday was Rayla, Zulk, Archon, and Malice. Or was it not? Yeah, Rayla, Zulk, Archon, and Jin, I think. But that's assuming you have a Foresight rune on Rayla. But this team has been super fast lately. I don't even pay attention to who I'm rating, honestly. Especially while I'm streaming, like I'm looking at the chat, I'm like on autopilot with the battles. But after this weekend, I'll definitely do more kind of custom stuff and... Yeah, but you're going to get that with anybody. I mean, it's going to be an issue. So that's why I use this team, though, because it can survive. There's very few teams that that just plow this team over. And unfortunately, Rayla teams will do it, but... How do you counter Rayla? You either survive Rayla. Pretty much that's it. Survive Rayla. So you take either heroes that can take a whole bunch of damage, or that can dodge a bunch of her damage, like Arya and Shadowblade and MK and Black Diamond. Or you take like Solaris, just she can res, that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, Lily and Arya together will survive, but that whole group, I mean, I've run that before, and it's strong. I mean, the big thing is you got to survive that initial barrage, or be able to recover from that initial barrage. After that, the team's kind of weak, so it's very, very front-loaded on its damage. Some water here. One of the smartest decisions I ever made was getting bottled water service for home. Like, I have a commercial grade water cooler just right by me at all times. I am always hydrated. Nice. Jabber Epic is not bad, especially because you can probably 5 or 6 star Jabber early. I wouldn't just get every epic. If you have the link to my meta document, which it's in every single one of my videos and all that stuff, you can see which heroes are real strong and you want to focus on them. But that's not to say that the heroes that are on the rest of the list aren't like usable either. They're just not usable late game. Yeah, I mean, with enabler runes, as long as you can get enabler runes and put 2 enabler runes on them, it's really good. Yeah, no, Jabber's Epic is, well, epic. This. And this. God, my friggin' Archon is a beast. Yeah, I mean, you can probably wait on getting some of the epics until later on, but it helps to start farming them early, I suppose. They do take a while to level up. Yeah, you can't equip it until you have an epic, yeah. Oh, Vendung, was it you that said, like, pointed out that other YouTuber that I look like? I did look at him, and I can see where you see that, but I think it's just I look like every other fat guy, so we all kind of have similar features. Or maybe it wasn't you. Somebody said it yesterday. They said that I looked like, or reminded them of... And now I can't even remember the name. I have too, yeah. Maybe it wasn't you that said it. I thought it was you, but you might have left earlier than that. Or it was Toasty, or somebody said it. Boogie, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and I looked it up and I can see why. But yeah, I think a lot of that is just because big white fat guys look kind of the same, so... Oh, somebody else said it, yeah. I wasn't offended by any stretch. I was just acknowledging that, yeah, I can see the resemblance. Malice Smashed Oak Lily was the name of my heavy metal cover band in the 80s. I haven't had hair for a long time. I think the last time I had enough hair that it actually made a real difference, like to where I actually had haircuts, I was in my 20s. And I used to dye my hair. I've had all sorts of different colored hair, like bright punk rock type colors. And once I got out of my 20s, like the hairline just receded back, and at that point, not even worth it. I didn't even go to the barber, I just clipped. Yeah, I mean, if I had too much hair, I'd kind of look weird just because big guy with a big head of hair. Looked like I had an afro or something, but I'm happy with this. I mean, even when I was like thin and working out all the time and everything like that, I preferred not having hair. It's just lower maintenance. I'm a very low maintenance person. I don't know if I can beat this team. They had a level 78 phenol. No, it really doesn't. Gravy, when Gravy was in early high school, he did have sort of an afro. It was like my hair is wavy, so it's not curly. It's not like straight at anything. It's like just wavy and bushy. And I tried to grow my hair long because it was back in like 80s hair metal days, or late 80s, early 90s. And yeah, it was poof. Yeah, how do we handle that phenol? I don't know. Freaking Ponty. I used to have a beard, yeah. Well, I mean, I do sometimes. I end up with a beard because I get too lazy to shave. And I'm borderline that right now. But I picked up another razor. My last electric razor, when my suitcase got lost when I traveled last time, it was in there. So I got a new one and I've been using it, so just not every day. But I'll switch it up. Sometimes I go to just a goatee, sometimes I do the full beard. The Ponty Phenol combo, I don't know. I mean, that's... I don't even know if there's anybody that could beat that. I can reach my frickin' other lamp. I can turn the light around. I don't want to get too bright because then there'll be a glare on the screen or in my eyes, but that should be a little bit better. I can shut this one off. Nope. I don't know, typically I've been running 3 or 4 hours lately. Just really depends on how things go and all that. Some weeks it's a little earlier, but generally it's at least 3 hours. Yeah, I figured. I know it's getting later for you there, Press. I appreciate everybody that stops out when they're able to. It'll pick up within, like, I'm actually kind of even slightly early for my normal start time today, so. I play on using Nox, so I'm on the PC. Oh, you and Swizzy then. Nice. So do you grow a big beard at 13? Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I'm on East Coast time, so... Yeah. I figured PM, because it's PM for me on the East Coast. Oh, let's kill him. Yeah. So you're, what, GMT plus 2? That would make sense. I mean, obviously, but yeah. I don't know. I'm getting weird matchmaking, too. I mean, there's people like Wagdog, for example. He has almost exactly the same roster power that I do. Same types of heroes, same types of runes, all of that. And I cannot get him to come up in matchmaking. I'd spend millions of gold, tens, hundreds of millions of gold. Can't get him to come up in my matchmaking. But I'll see Frank Allen like 6 times, 8 times. Or I'll get teams that are like 700 rune power or something like that. What? Yeah, Frank Allen. I like Frank Allen. He's a nice guy. He and I talk periodically, like fairly regularly, actually. Mostly comparing notes on like defenses and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a good dude. I like him. But I get along with most everybody. As long as you're not a dick, I'm like, I can get along with everybody. Well, I mean, you see it. Do I look machinish? I would start singing the lyrics for Mr. Roboto, but I don't think most of you would even know what the song is, so... Now, I joined Skynet because I was leaving Wrath anyways. Like, I didn't leave to join Skynet, I left Wrath, and it was like the obvious place to go from there. Exactly. Got a secret I've been hiding under my skin. I used to love, I mean, I still like Styx, but I used to love Styx as a kid. Like, Mr. Roboto, that whole album. God, I played that so many times, like the actual album. The Styx, and I played it a ton. The Police Synchronicity album, oh, so good. Duran Duran, I still love Duran Duran. I don't care who knows it, I love Duran Duran. There was all sorts of good music back then. I mean, there still is now, but not as much, I think, right now, but there's good stuff. What is that song? It's Mr. Roboto. Hey, Grady. How's it going? Or Nader. Whichever you prefer. Starting to make sure, like, match up YouTube names and Discord names and in-game names, which are all potentially different. So I know what a no-scope is. What is the 360? Like you jumped and did a spin and shot? How did I, or how did Presto? Or Presto? Press. Alright, Press, have a great night. Rest well. Oh, shout, gotcha. I see. That's where you said shout. I'm like, usually if people are talking 360 no scopes, they're talking like CSGO or something like that, but... so GravyTrain is it's a name that I just picked. But it's basically, it means like living a life of excess or living a life of luxury. It's like riding the gravy train. Like you're riding high kind of thing. So I picked that as a name and just started using it, and then as I started doing other stuff, I was like, well, GravyTrain, great, and I'm like teaching people stuff. It's like, oh, GravyTraining, that works out well. So, hey Abe, how's it going? You're doing very or very yes. I can't tell if you omitted a comma or omitted another word. Yeah, you can. I may need to restart my game too. I think it's starting to lag. So, Festive, Foresight, stats on the Foresight. Well, this one isn't as bad. Stats on the other ones are not very good, but I still think that they're worth using when I need them. Festive, Shield Pierce. The only reason I'm using Shield Pierce is for Lily. Because with so many Oak Lilies out there with plant runes and all that, Shield Piercing will ignore the damage shield as long as you're doing a basic attack. So, like, you don't take a drop of damage from it. So, that's why I try to make sure on heroes like this. You're doing very yes. Okay. Excellent. That's very positive, affirmative. Either that or it's very, like, 80s pop band. You're doing very 80s pop band. Big hair. Actually, I'm going to restart my client real quick. I'm not a big fan of it either, Grady. I don't mind. I love doing PvP. I hate doing it just over and over, like this kind of stuff. It wasn't so much an afro, it was just my hair was fluffy and wavy, and it was, well, yeah, I mean, it could have been construed as borderline afro, definitely. I also had, like, if you have a Mac, I mean, I've run Nox on a Mac, but I've heard BlueStacks might perform a little better on the Mac. I don't know. I had the Mac for work for a little bit, and I was like, take this thing back. Ah, beat ya. Moose roll. Don't spam chat. Even in your dragon tongue. It's all good, Fire Raid. Alright, Swizzy. Thanks for coming out. And we'll see you again soon. And hello, Firene. I was just about to ask if anybody had seen you around. I haven't seen you in a while. Julius is angry. They need to make stuffed dungeon boss characters, like little plushy ones. I would buy the entire friggin' set. That would be so friggin' epic. I could have like a Julius plushie that I could like throw up against the wall. Is Abe escalating again? Off his mids. God, this team is so overpowered. Wait, you don't? I sing the Friday song in the shower. Friday, Friday, gonna go down on Friday. Well, that was like, what, a year ago, Abe? Annoying orange version of the song. Nice. Ariana Grande by the Key of Awesome. I can't say that I do. I think I've heard of the Key of Awesome. Don't know exactly. Is that like a comedy thing? Comedy parody, yeah, I figured. I know, Abe. It was just a chance to burn. 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 You missed Dottie yesterday, Abe. I mean, you're missing all the epic moments. You also missed me get absolutely obliterated in like 15 seconds. You missed all the good stuff yesterday. Oh, this will be it right here now that I say that. Because it is a Rayla team, and I do not even begin to look at what I'm attacking. Although, I might actually be okay. Just because it's Valken. Ooh, I just might. Look at that. Look at that comeback. Look at that. Nobody saw that one coming. Valken OP. Yeah. Oh, you were, that was your defense yesterday too? Nice. Careful, Abe. What's your in-game name, Heinz? Hey Mustafa, how's it going? Oh, shit, yeah, I know exactly who you are. Alright. I run into your stuff all the time. Very cool. Yeah, you're you're about as often, I see you about as often as I see Frank Allen in matchmaking. And what's the other guy that I see all the time? I can't remember it. Like, there's a few. Nah, Zulk doesn't need a nerf, I don't think. I mean, the thing is, he can only banish more than one person at a time because of other heroes. It's not something he can do by himself. Hit or miss bit. Nice. My Archon needs to be nerfed. He's probably one of the single hardest hitting heroes. Like, my Archon has got to be one of the single hardest hitting heroes in all of Dungeon Boss. Like, there's probably some people that are about similar. Like, Paco's is probably right around the same point, and a few other people, but I've got 27.5 thousand attack power on him and 40% damage penetration. Just gross. Alia intro song? I just play the royalty-free radio station, or radio stations, the pretzel stuff. I'd pay like $3 a month, something like that, and all the music is stream safe for YouTube and Twitch, so. Yeah, my Archon melts faces. He has to live on the equator, because if he gets any closer to the ice caps, they all just melt. Jonah, that's not, you're not BBC, are you? Or BBS, sorry, BBC, BBS. How bright is it over here? Depends on whether or not Archon's on my screen. I don't know. Like, how bright is it outside? So you basically just got beat by Arya. Nice. Okay, I know another person in game. BBS PvP sucks and BBS PvP rules. His name is Jonah, so. And he and I have talked a fair bit too, so I just wasn't positive. So Arya really only needs a little bit of a tweak. And if you made it so that there was a gap in between when she could put sand in the eyes, just a one-turn gap every 4 turns or something, because I don't mind that she's really hard to get past in terms of dodging and stuff like that. But, oh, very cool, Abe. But it's the fact that she can stand alone against an entire team full of heroes and constantly keep sand in the eyes up. And that's just too overpowered. I mean, I literally had like 15 or 20 rounds with my reptile team against a single Arya, where I had to let one of my heroes, one of my snakes, die, res them with Solaris after Arya did her sand in the eyes, so the sand in the eyes would have expired. And I had to do that twice to kill friggin' Arya. I mean, ugh. Have I tried hitting Arya? I know how hard it is to hit Arya. My Zulk will actually hit her in melee more often than most, but he doesn't hit her reliably. But no, I mean, she's absurd, especially when, I mean, she's impossible to hit when you have sand in the eyes. And that's the big problem. Like, even without sand in the eyes, she's got like a 50% chance to dodge, but that's only 50%. That's not 100%. So an entire team attacking her all at once should have a chance to hit her. And then if they lengthen the time for the recharge of that ability, then yeah. See, tanks, to me, tanks she cannot dodge dwarves, but she can dodge other crap that she shouldn't be able to. Alright, Van Dung. Take care. But, yeah, if they just made it so that she couldn't put sand in the eyes non-stop, like there was a round in between when it wore off and she could reapply it. I think that's all she needs. I don't know if she actually dodges it or if she just ignores it. I mean, I think... I haven't had any problems hitting her with Valken. And that's why I have Valken on this team. I mean, I came back earlier when it was just my Valken against Arya and Jhin. I mean, I was able to freeze her, no problem. For this team, if you can't do Into the Pit, there's no point in running this team at all. You really need a 5-star Archon. Because the whole point is to do the pit stuff. If you're not doing Into the Pit, I would run... But you could still run Archon if he's high enough. Craw is still fine. Honestly, the new rune, you know who suggested this particular rune? And the Aversion rune? This guy. They were both my suggestions, so I think that they are good ideas. I mean, the Foresight rune, it's one charge of Foresight. So it's not like with Craw, you're getting it every time he does his S2. If you're running with Undead, the Undead are getting it every single round. I mean, so Craw is definitely not worthless. But, yeah. Alright, Toast. Take it easy. See you when you get back. That would probably be breaking. Like, somebody suggested the idea of making a speed rune that could either, like, make you go from, like, normal to fast, or from, like, normal to slow. But I think runes like that, I mean, I like the idea, but I think they would end up breaking the game. Like, certain heroes just shouldn't be able to have perfect striking. I mean, we pretty much had that meta where assassins were completely and utterly useless for 6 months. Yeah, but then any character could be OP. Like, you don't want that. That's the whole idea of, like, the Incredibles. Incredibles 1. If everybody is super, then nobody is. Right before the dwarf meta, even though it only lasted 2 weeks. I don't know which meta you're talking about, because it was barbarians and then dwarves. That's actually not a terrible idea, Toast. Well, the Zen Valken meta was after the Dwarf meta. Yeah, the first round is kind of OP. I mean, she already does purge everything no matter what, so... Although I'm not sure if she'll purge Arya. There was no assassins in the middle. Assassins weren't, like, they weren't the meta. Arya doesn't always hit. I've had her miss plenty. She hits a lot. I mean, she's high skill, or high chance to hit, but assassins were a counter to barbarians. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a matter of like them being the meta. They were just an answer, one of the answers to barbarians. And then Iris came out, and Iris was the answer to barbs. And then shield piercing. Well, then what was it? Jin came out with the first attack being shield piercing. That was like the nail in the coffin for barbs. Except for my super steroid Drac. You bastard. You killed Malice. Hey Mark, how's it going? Yep, I started a little early today. Not very early, but just a little. That would have been the Iris one. I would say probably for the defense buff. If you ran into a team like that. I've had 3 on my defense because it was just like I just happened to have all the heroes had the defense buff on them. I'm doing good, Mark. Glad you're able to make it tonight. That was actually the one beforehand then. That was the one with Jedi. That was right before I started playing. The Iris one was the one where they did monsters, devoured corpses, casters ignored taunt, and casters had all of their abilities powered up, and like flyers ignored taunt. And that was a fun event. Like, I really hate that these are just the meta, nothing new, boring. But I like when they change it up and stuff like that. This one, all they did was buff like the heroes that are already buff, so. Shade, Hopper, and Kogar. Is that like a combination of Kozar and Rogar? Their forbidden romance. Rogar knows that Dagon won't approve, won't understand the tragic attraction. Oh, that's why it's not loading, because I apparently didn't register that I clicked the friggin' button. Well, I mean, in fairness, he'd be dating in his own category. Matter of fact, that whole lineage, Dagon isn't any further out of that category either, so... I'm not making any changes right now. I'm just running this for the event. But after the Guild Games is over, I'll do another request night. Or maybe that wasn't a request, it's hard to tell. I saw Easy PZ, I didn't know if you were saying Emperor Zulkad, please, but I think you weren't, so either way. Yes. I mean, there are no Apple emulators. At least not legal ones, because Apple is a fascist company. Oh, gotcha. I think he knew that it was an emulator firing. He didn't know which operating systems, like if it supported Apple. Like if there was an Apple iPhone or Knox. Yeah, I think somebody at that defense must have been one that was like a gimme. Somebody giving a gift to Trick or Treats. Imagine coming out of the pits of hell to be faced with that group. I believe so, yes. It doesn't block every single buff, it just blocks a lot of buffs. I don't know, and it's actually it takes 90%, so it puts them at 10%. But it depends on how they round. I mean, technically it might kill them. Or it might just put it into 1 hit point again. I don't think the devs test those types of things, though, so who knows what happens. time do I have on this thing? Yeah, I mean, that's 90%. Let's see. I mean, I can't do it right now, but I could go onto the test server and give you exact numbers. Yeah, it sets the enemy to 10% of their current health. So this isn't even damage. She doesn't actually do damage here. This is just purely a setting of health. That's why it bypasses furnaces, abs of steel. It bypasses all sorts of stuff because it's not actually damage. Yeah, and it's current, exactly. Yep. So if they've taken damage, they'll still go low, but they'll go to a lower point. Yeah, Iris, oh, I love Iris. Is such a fun hero. When she first came out, I wasn't close per se, but I came in 3rd place in PvP that season. It was so much fun. That's before I had shit for runes. Like, my runes were terrible. That's what I was checking on, was the status of my boost. 44 minutes, jeez. Some variety in this music. Yep. I got her same way. Let's try a rock station, see how bad this is. This is rock? What? Oh, okay. This isn't rock, this is cheese. Ayahuasca? What is this? Now, I wonder if there's a widget. Give me a second to check something, because I want to see if there's a widget that I can use to display what's playing. Label event list. That's not actually it. One more second. You would think this would be an option. I guess not. It's lame. I don't know why they wouldn't, but which song is the one that they play? Ayahuasca. Oh, it's the great summons in the portal. Hey, Lube. Oh, the one that was the cheese. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of cool. Something, I mean, they need to speed up a lot of this stuff. Like, I had to spend 3.5 million tickets from the event buying 5,000 token loot keys. And that was just painful. Let's go good. How about you, Kid? Or Lube? At least they made the 50 stamina dungeons. Like, that was a big deal. I see this guy in Discord chat all the time. I'll probably see a complaint that I wrecked his defense. Unless he wins. You never know. Never know. In the event shop, there's a Foresight rune, which is the new rune that basically, you know, Kraw's ability, where he provides the debuff blocker, what Foresight does. It does it on Android too, yeah. And you have to stop it before it finishes. Yeah, that's like that 1,600 gems for 1,000 stamina deal. It's not really a deal, it's just saving you having to buy them 100 at a time. Or 50 at a time. Well, I mean, watch my video. Like when I'm doing the new hero polls, it doesn't make it instantaneous by any stretch, but it does make it faster. And it goes quite a bit faster. You can just sit there and spam click. Well, spam tap, spam click, same thing. But does that answer your question mark? Question mark? Wow. Oh boy. That was not intended, but I like it. And that would be helpful, but so well, I guess you would need to be able to have an option to do like 1, 10, or 100. Yeah, I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, Bink. I was like, yeah, see your question mark? Question, comma, mark. That was an unintentional dad joke. It's funny how very few people complain about how, like, complain about Malice being overpowered. Like, Malice hits like a friggin' truck. Aversion? Really? Or a GravyTrain. Welcome back, Toast. The Toast or Toasty? Or Betty, I don't know. Two-star Jin, ouch. Oh, yeah, that would be overpowered. I would be fighting, I have fought against that idea. She needs to get an epic that doesn't have attack. She already hits hard enough. She needs survivability. They gave her one with 30% defense, like even 20% attack. On Malice, oof. I mean, in regular PvP, like not a boss event, Malice can hit harder than almost anybody except maybe Archon. See, my Craw doesn't hit that hard at all, even with, like, big runes on it. I would rather see, like, 30% defense, 20% damage resistance, or damage reduction, and then health. Like, in that order. I'll have to check what mine is after this. She's not 20k. You'd be hard. Well, you could get 50% damage pen, but it's extremely difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I stopped paying attention. No, this is actually hip hop now. But on what planet is this hip hop? I think we are on hype before we go upbeat. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to remember in context how much mine was. Yeah, I'm trying to get Joel to commit to changing the stats on that. So hopefully that will get done. They would never give anybody 30% attack and 20% damage pen. Ugh. That would be broken. Yeah, I mean, exactly. 20% or 20k attack would be just sick. I mean, I don't have shitty runes on her by any stretch. I mean, they're not the best. But, I mean, they're elites. Elite Festive, Elite, Elite, Elite. And I think this is superior just to shield piercing. Hey, Wags. Oh my god, Wags, did you guys conspire to show up here at the same time? Or did you guys just get done having, an affection session? Toasty, okay. How's it going? Okay. Good. That's about 8 minutes longer than normal, isn't it? Hey, little buddy. I'm absolutely loving this team comp. Why are you doing a no boost run? Just don't have the funds? Yep. You don't want fart stained underwear as bed sheets, that's for sure. I think the underwear is fart stained. You don't want to know what's on the bed sheets. Dwarf back? Nice. I mean, if you don't have your dwarves maxed, it's not terrible. Didn't have Falcon. That's silly. This reminds me of music from like Metroid or something. This is probably from the chiptune station. Dwarf back without gold. Yeah, I haven't spent any money on raiding, like raid tickets. I have spent on runes and stuff like that, but I would have done that anyways. I haven't spent a penny on raid tickets. And I used ether on it to get most of them. But I grabbed all 4 of those foresight runes. Stats suck, yeah, but I'm trying to get Joel to change them. The ether was a side effect of getting something else that I was already spending on, though. Alright, Bink. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out. Always great to see you. But yeah, the ether was a side effect of going for the hero that I got, so it was kind of an incidental. I did buy some pulls. I probably bought about half of them. I think the other half was from like winning events and stuff like that. But I'm actually like watching my spending a little bit more right now, just because I took on more in car payment with the new car than I was intending to, and got a car for my sister too, and that one's more expensive than I thought it was going to be, so I'm not like cramped, but I gotta just be aware of my spending. Nice. See, I mean, if you can get a 5-star Rayla without spending, that's pretty darn good. Rut-row. Go back in the hole. I'm not gonna die. Oh yeah, I am. Oh, no, I'm not. Look at this. Except I don't have shield piercing anymore. Nice! That That's a second victory I've pulled out of the jaws of defeat. Nice. That is damn good. I had pulls where I, like, literally got 30 or 20 total legendary tokens out of, like, 100 pulls. Oh, for the event? Yeah, I mean, it gets kind of crazy. I mean, I really enjoy PvP. I very much enjoy PvP. But what you gotta do for these events... Hey, Jester, how's it going? I mean, if you can pick up even one of them, I think they're worthwhile if you can. If you can't, totally makes sense. Like, you can get by without them. They're a nice-to-have, not a must-have. Because you can get the same effect other ways. All they're going to do is give you the options. Yeah, not 20 hours a day of it. Like, I'm playing while I'm at work. I'm playing... Yeah. And I actually wasn't able to play a lot of today for work during work hours. Because I actually had stuff I had to do. Hi, Hungry, I'm Dad. Why'd you name me this way? Why? Yeah, well, actually, it's more than just that. You'd have to hack into the Apple Store. Or the Apple or the Android Store, and I guarantee you're not doing that. Especially not the Apple Store. You'd be better off paying, like, one of the devs to give you stuff, which at that point you'd be better off just paying for the stuff. Currently there is no way to get an enabler if you don't already have them. But they'll show up in stores and stuff like that. I mean, maybe they'll give one in the event. Like, tomorrow's threshold might be in an enabler rune, which would be kind of cool. Like, yesterday's it was a foresight rune, I think. Or something, I don't remember. Today's a festive. Spoken like a true Firene. And then there's Creepy almost getting me in trouble with fucking Joel. Actually, yeah, Firene, you'd have been proud of this one. So, somebody, it was Daryl, had made a fake post from Joel saying something, making fun of somebody in the guild. And I posted, well, you saw what he did, Loop. I posted one where it was like saying, because everybody was making fun of Julius or whatever. So I posted one basically saying, like, oh yeah, the hero that's going to be boosted for this event is Julius, and get all your beast and flea-ridden heroes to come out with the worst heroes in the game, blah blah blah. And Creepy thought it was real, not Julius. He thought it was real, so he posted it. He's like, tell me that this epic is coming out, and he's like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh no, that was a Photoshop, wasn't it? And he posted the Photoshop in friggin' MFG with Joel. He's like, who did that? First he went and talked to Daryl. He's like, Daryl didn't know anything about it. Although he did know something about it, he just didn't admit to it, but yeah. That was kind of funny. I was ready to kill him. I was like, if I get booted out of friggin' MFG for making a screenshot that was shared only in guild chat. He has his days. Anybody that's posting about it in general chat is probably not actually doing it. Well, yeah, my Archon is gross. There's very few like him. 27.5k attack power and 40% damage penetration. Modders, what do you mean? Like people modding the game? And there's one guild that I won't name that was modding, but I can neither confirm nor deny any assumptions there. I've had Valken do more than 9999 damage, or 99999. Yeah, there have been a lot of people that have, it's not actually even, like they're spoofing the system or something, like the replays don't match up with what actually happens. I don't think they should, honestly. Like I said, it requires, or somebody else had brought this up earlier, and it requires more than one hero to make it happen. You can't just be Zulk and banish more than one person at a time, because the cooldowns are too quick. It's pretty much what his ability was designed to do. They have decent anti-hack, yeah. And, like, we report everybody we see. And people that post them in guild chats and stuff like that. We report all of them and they take them seriously. Yeah, but server first doesn't matter. There's a lot of ways around some of that stuff. Well, the anti-mod, like, they don't have anything stopping mods. And I definitely know that because I know how a lot of that stuff works and how a lot of the interactions happen. There could be more security around that stuff. We'll just leave it that way. I wish you could get mods, like they would make legit mods, where you could have, like, searching for runes and all the UI shit that they won't do. All the quality of life stuff. Actually, if you can download an APK, I'd be interested. I might even disassemble that, or whatever it is in Java, and see what they're doing. No, it's actually not. The database is different. They're using web APIs, and it is all publicly accessible. Because I've talked to the devs specifically about the database, and they have confirmed that, at the very least, the database is not hacking. And they've actually, like, they only gave me limited information, but I don't have the patience for that, man, or the time. I just I hate not being at the top levels. I just don't have the patience for it. He doesn't have to be alive. He just has to be there. You just have to keep doing the runs with him there. But it's public endpoints. Like, I could tell you what, like, the hero, the main, like, top players or whatever, there's an easy endpoint for it. But the problem is it's a REST API, which is not discoverable. and they use SSL over a lot of the stuff, and they're using Post, so. But yeah, getting the weapon is just going and running it over and over. But like I said, I don't think he has to die, or he has to be alive at the end of it to get it. I think as long as he's there, it'll drop. And if Zom resurrects him, as far as the game is concerned, he's alive. Now, I actually met with two of the devs, one of the devs that's actually responsible for server endpoints and all that stuff, so. Because I still want to build that database. There is no specific leader, there's different areas of responsibility. And absolutely you can, Cubs. Danjo is in charge of... I mean, they don't say specifically because they... Well, one, they don't want people tied down to any one thing. I wouldn't use Solaris with Zom, no. I mean, I don't know about stupid, but it's probably not ideal. But, no, I mean, Danjo's just a dev. I mean, he's part of the dev team. Hey, Nalo. You need to use, like, an emulator like Nox or BlueStacks or something like that. I use Nox. Oh, I mean, I'm sure they are. I mean, they're just people. They're just software developers, I mean. I mean, I could probably, whether or not I could share all of them, but I can point you to sites that I've built, like, I'm a software developer too, so. Only I don't do video games, I do big websites. I don't think the chest matters, no. I'm telling you, I don't even care so much about cosplay. I want them to release merchandise. Like little plushy friggin' heroes. And once again, I pull through in the clutch. I mean, I could just go as Kozar. Or I could just body paint myself all green, or just actually just wear a green shirt that had like a little face on it, and I could go as Pheno. I mean, I would totally buy every single hero. You would see a like curio case or whatever behind me with a little plushie, like just little Beanie Baby sized plushies would be freaking awesome. I would absolutely buy it, or hats, or t-shirts with your hero on them. I mean, absolutely. And that's like, that stuff is nerd gold. I mean, I've actually toyed around with the idea of making GravyTraining shirts, like just with the GravyTraining logo on the chest, or like over here or whatever. And not necessarily selling them, although I might, but giving them away for like contests and stuff like that, or rewards, things like that. Yeah, I mean, I would wear them. But I mean, if you do it through the right places, like some of these big shirt companies that you can set this stuff up through, like Vistaprint even, would ship internationally no problem at all. Absolutely no problem. I have an open source software that I was the primary architect for, and I made, well, you guys actually, I've got them right here. So I got like these mugs made with the logo and stuff from the software, and I shipped logos and a hat overseas to just another developer that I knew in Europe that wanted one. If they made a Gortusk plushie, they would have to make him in the dead formation, because he's always dead. If my Archon was backsplashed, that's no bueno. Although having damage shield with an Archon with shield piercing is not such a great plan either. I mean, you can see there I got around the reflection no problem though. Just use shield piercing. That's why my Valken has a shield piercing rune on it. My Zulk, well, Zulk's stuff is generally shield piercing anyways. His S1 and his S3. And Malice has a shield piercing on there. I don't know if I can handle a 2900 rune power team, guys. Oh, Julius is so bad. I'm mad you guys try, like, I'll ask for a hero to run and people will be like, Julius. I'd put Julius on a team, and I don't think I've won a battle with Julius on the team. He is so bad. Share the plushie. No thank you. Why is this plushie all slushy? Well, I don't want to know how to use Julius. What are you supposed to do? Like, leave him sitting in the corner? I'm more than happy to use tunes that are effective. Oh, no, he didn't go to not so good in the current meta. He went to craptacularly bad in the current meta. Craptacular. I feel like I should have a glow stick for this. Stream it is getting streamed. I didn't even put two and two together with Julius and Harambe, yeah. Mommy didn't some our stream. Some plastic. There's also better rewards. What if I say 2 more bad things? Get Me the Lube asked me to do an ASMR stream so he could go to sleep, so I did ASMR. That's what that ridiculous stuff is. I don't even know what you mean by stream snipe, but... yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you know what it is, Chester, but it's like those just real soft noises that are supposed to be like super relaxing or put you into some sort of different mental state. AKA magic, yeah. I'd love to make a video of nothing but my Archon blowing people up and put it to the, like, let the bodies hit the floor, my drowning pool. Or bodies, my drowning pool. Or there's actually another drowning pool song, Step Up, that is really good for this kind of stuff. There you go. It's not bad. Maybe we'll do it. I mean, I have the stuff to do, make music. If I can think of the name. And I've got full FL Studio, fully licensed with a whole shitload of plugins and stuff. I can make music for it. This is a precarious situation. And draws friggin' victory from the jaws of defeat again. I told you guys, Zulk hits Arya a lot. I mean, that was just 2/3 of his attacks. Is it Lily that makes that little whimpering noise or whatever? Yeah, it'd be like watching women's tennis. A new legendary hero? I mean, I could totally sample the sounds, except they're probably copyrighted. Yeah, Grondar's good. Don't ask Wags, because he doesn't think so, but Grondar's good. Oh, I know. I'm with you, Erebus. Creepy likes him. I don't know about none of Skynet. A lot of people just don't care. But I'm used to people not liking stuff that I think is good that turns out to be awesome, so. People hated Rayla, people hated Archon. Both of the tunes were useless. Look at them now. Oh, people hated Jin and said he was useless too. Not for very long, but they did. People bagged on. I mean, people bag on every single new hero. And then the new hero turned, well, with the exception of Jibber, the new hero turns out to be good. Oh, nice. What did he do? Like a PvP thing again? I've still got to do a collab with him at some point, or talk to him about doing one anyways. It's basically a PvP video then. Nice. Oh, going over the combustion mechanic. Yeah, it's weird, like, because he and I cover a lot of the same stuff, but it's hard to, like, he'll release a video and it's like, well, I don't want to do that top because he did it, but, yeah, it really doesn't matter. More stuff that's out there, the better. Raptors in 5, is that fourth ball? Yeah, I figured. I don't know, it's an interesting idea. She actually got these tunes leveled up. We are going to do... Sol. I don't know if my Arya is even ruined. And Lily. I don't even know if all these heroes are fully ruined. I know my Lily should be. Yeah, I don't think she's got the runes to, like, really beef this out. Oh, she doesn't ignore taunt. We're starting to kind of bring that stuff back. Oh, I'm going to taunt here. Yeah, Honor Bound is... I don't know, I don't play Leo all that much. But yeah, I wasn't really worried about that defense. Not because it was on him, but because this team demolishes Rayla teams. I think it's a 5-turn or something like that. I don't know why people taunt Jin. Like, he should be all attack and damage pen and shield piercing. Everybody that's ever asked me, I've told not to put taunt on Jin, but people still do. And their Jin dies. Like, Jin is already survivable on his own. He doesn't really need taunt or defense. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Well, yeah, you draw attacks to Arya, but I mean, you don't want people attacking Jin. You don't want them getting frozen and anything like that. I mean, so... Now, like, putting an aversion rune on Jin makes more sense. Or her, well, her heal or her res? Res 2? Her res used to take long. It starts charge now. That's weird. I didn't know that they made their starting abilities not recharge that quickly. Or do you mean after you used it once? Yeah, but Solaris brings a hero back to life every round. Yeah, fair enough, if it was before Solaris. Gotcha. Well, it still takes a while. It doesn't take 20 rounds, but... Hey, Dino. I fought your defense earlier. Today or yesterday. I think it was earlier today. How are you doing? you actually up? You're waking up now, or you're still up? I know you're Europe. I don't remember where in Europe exactly. Or were you in Australia? Might be misremembering because you hadn't been around for a while. Or were you getting up super early for your vocational thing? Should remind me, I think my boost is over. I need to check my points. Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought you were Eastern Europe, but I couldn't remember for sure exactly where. So you're -2 or +2 or +3 in time zone. Austria, I think, is +2. Because Ukraine is still +2, but Russia is +3. Alright, so my bonus or boost is off. It's not right. It's not right either. 13,000 to go. Alright, I guess I'm buying another boost. Oops. Not buying it there. I am going to take a quick bio break. So I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. Lube, before I forget. So the be right back screen that you put, would you be able to make another one that just basically says the stream will start soon? Something like that? I need to catch up. I'm catching up pretty damn good. I'm not going to catch up to all the people in the lead, but I'm doing what I intended to do. +2, I figured as much. I'm almost at 100,000. I mean, 98, that's pretty damn good. Oh, you're over there on the other server. Cool. We're on Twitch. Nice. So there's 2 people on... Holy moly. 2 people on Twitch. That's unheard of. Alright. So I will be right back momentarily. Like 3 minutes. And I am back. Alright. Time to buy another boost. In Skyrim. It's funny, Satisfactory, the game that I did some videos on, there's these caves, and there's spiders in the caves. So it has this mode in the settings called Arachnophobia mode. So the spiders don't go away, but their skin gets replaced. So instead of being like little creepy crawly spiders, they're these giant cat heads. Like kittens, crazy kittens. That's because he's an ogre. He's a beast and an ogre. And Hopper is the killer rabbit from like Monty Python. And he eats corpses. That's true. But Hopper is a bunny that eats corpses. Unnatural. I think they should just get rid of the whole monster concept anyways. I mean, Igorok should just be an ogre. I mean, he can pretty much spell ogre out of his name. Iris should be like... Well, I don't have a good answer for Iris, but Mangle and Marrow should just be like beasts or something. I don't know. I think they have too many families. Yeah, it's kind of the problem. I mean, they could make some of the monsters, like make Iris arcane. That would kind of make sense. Or if the monsters were more monstrous, like they were something out of like Lovecraftian horror or something. Yeah, like Spirit's another unnecessary category. Make Spirits arcane or something like that. Like, I think we should have maybe 8 or 10 families total. Casters don't need the love that tanks need. Tanks need love. What they should do is pretty much make it so that only tanks can get perfect striking. They don't do as much damage, but they always hit, kind of thing. Well, they use Ponti, too, and Shade. I mean, Yoko is not terrible. Astrid, well, Astrid's a warrior now, but she used to be a tank. There's a lot that need love. Yeah, goblins need love. No, not really. The two best tanks in the game right now is Grandar and Jumbo. Like, hands down. When you figure as far as tanks go, Kozar tried to jump into the pit instead of Bramble, yeah. I mean, you could make goblins into... I mean, what they should do is make goblins into reptiles, since kobolds are actually very similar to goblins in that respect, and kobolds are lizards. So if we look at the tanks, I mean, as far as tanks go, Jumbo and Grandar are the two best, hands down. Tier 2 is probably Leo, Furnace, Baylog, maybe Igneous, and then like the crappy ones are Death Knight, Sir William, Bramble. Igorok is probably in tier 2. But like all of the... Well, Krex is okay. Krex isn't bad, but only if he's with reptiles. Who would I ship with Zulk? Like, in a relationship with Typeway? Like, ship it? Kenny? You mean Kenny? They killed Kenny! Those bastards! That's Kenny. That's useless. And Gortusk is terrible. I mean, he used to be decent when freeze was like a really big thing to be able to freeze somebody first round, but yeah. Kenny. I mean, the fact that he's fast, is he the only fast tank? I think he might be the only fast tank, but even so. So many warriors do better than he does. I have. So I put an idea forward. So, like, flat out, the Ascension thing, the Star Ascension thing, is not likely to change as far as a permanent thing. Like, it's going to be there. What I have suggested, and they have in no way committed to anything else, but it's on the table for consideration, and it's completely, like, out of my hands beyond that. But what I have suggested is when they release a new hero for the weekend, like that event, that they relax or eliminate the star requirements for Ascension for that weekend, for all heroes. So you could actually get the new hero, get them leveled up. It would give you motivation to get it early, so that you could get them ascended and all that stuff. But then you should also be able to ascend other heroes during that window. So it wouldn't be constantly, it would be something that you'd have to kind of look forward to. But I think that's the only viable way that we can make that happen. And like I said, they haven't committed to it. That's not, it's just a consideration. That's the best solution that I was able to sell. That's kind of a win-win all the way around. Like, just based on what level you are. But then once you're level 80, you'd be able to star everything right away, so... I mean, I get to some degree why they have them. I mean, the heroes are there as a mechanism to keep the lights on. I mean, a lot of people think, like, that it's just like a money grab or something, but money grab doesn't mean that they're not doing it to keep the doors open and keep the game running. So, I mean, some of it is revenue-based, I mean. Alright, Grady. He's wearing, like, region-appropriate clothing. And he's the Eastern Panda. I mean, why does Zulk have spikes on his nipples? I think that's just a tunic. I don't think his clothes are on backwards. I don't know. Calendar is good for all. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, some of the calendars are good, some of them are not as good. Hey, no bacon. Or that name that I do not comprehend. How you doing? Malice. Does she lifesteal on everything or just that one? I don't remember, but it should be based on skill, yeah. Skill and then the total damage, but yeah, the percentage should be based on skill. How you doing this evening, No Bacon? Bastards. Alright, apparently my chat froze. Let's see. Okay, so sorry, my chat on my other one froze. Reading on my other screen. Make it Julia's calendar. No. Has his clothes on the right side. Ah, I see. Yeah, I was gonna say, on all life, she steals. No Ascended Jin. Save portal, spin gems. Gems on portal or portal runs. I would wait until the heroes that you need are featured. And yeah, I mean, don't spend that on runes. I'd give you a hug too, Creepy. I'd have to, like, wash my clothes afterwards so they didn't smell like Olive Garden takeout. I mean, it's not a must-not, it's just not efficient. And it's not like the world will end if you spend gems on gold. It's just, there's not really a need to. I have done it in the past, though, when I was lower level and just needed gold. But I'm Gravy, so... Maybe this works. Oh, there we go, because I turned it the wrong way. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good ways to get gold. Especially once you get ether. PvP during this event is just friggin' easy mode. I don't know if it's matchmaking or friggin' what's going on, but... I mean, I think today I might have lost 2 or 3 battles tops. And a couple that I came close, but... came through in the clutch. I think the best runes they've put in this game, probably at all, the single best runes that they've added, period, shield piercing. Oh, I love shield piercing runes so much. They're just so friggin' good. Probably shield piercing, enablers, festives. No, not festives, because I barely use festives anymore. Like, half the time I'm either just using the stuff as is available on the heroes, or I'm using enablers. Like, festives are top 3, but they're number 3. I think shield piercing, because festives are good for your first round. They're not good for anything after that. Whereas shield piercing can be the difference between taking damage from damage shields. It can be whether you go through and can kill a hero to stop them from dealing damage to you, or they get hit with Barb Shield or Unbreakable Heart, like crap like that. Like, there's so much that shield piercing does. So I think shield piercing, enablers, then festives, then, and I'll put these in the same category, tank and aversion, then probably the foresight runes, and then probably warrior runes. That it makes all spirits unique. I mean, they all have that ability. I don't know, man. I've used very few festives lately. I used to use a ton of festives until enablers came out. Now, a lot more of the game is based on counterattacks and things like that that have no bearing whatsoever. Festives have no bearing. Oh, yeah, but I mean, it's definitely unique, but they can still die. It requires shield piercing, and shield piercing kills them. I mean, I was glad they put it in, because I think it definitely helps heroes. I mean, Shade, it made them a little more powerful, and... Oh, so you're talking about as like a family trait. Like, Honorbound has the retaliation thing. Like, they'll retaliate attacks and all of that stuff. Like, most of the families have something along those lines. Not all, but most. The more developed families do. They kind of got a little weird when it came to, like, monsters and reptiles and some of the other ones. Even Arcane, like, there's almost like 2 levels of families. There's like top tier families and like the stepchildren families. Oh. They aren't very synergistic, yeah. And they were kind of cobbled together, though. I mean, they're relatively, or they're the newest actual family. SRT Viper Ida? No. I do not. I don't know what it is. Alright. This wasn't bad for a while, but I need to change it. Let's try some ambient. Oh, is SRT Viper Ida, is that European Dungeon Boss streamer? Gotcha. Yeah, people have suggested I watch them before, I just haven't gotten around to it, or by the time the stream's over I forget, or something like that. Alright, this music is obnoxious. Oh, let's try some EDM. Gotcha, so like no production or anything to it. I mean, technically that's what I do, I just have the OBS set up for better production value. Yep, he actually came out of the pit there. I would absolutely love to, Creepy, but it's not royalty free. If I do, then my videos will get... YouTube will actually pull them, and Twitch will silence the sections of the video that have copyrighted music on it. That's why I use this service, because it's all royalty free. But a lot of people watch the stream. Probably more people watch the streams after the streams are over than watch it live. Well, definitely more, I think. So I want to make sure that there isn't like big sections of audio missing. But this stuff is safe for both Twitch and YouTube because they have different algorithms and different licensing agreements and stuff like that. If there's this big apartment building, like this tower of dungeons, or actually it goes into the ground, and you just randomly, it's like trick or treating.
Now for something completely different.
Or it's like you just got 3 portals that transport you. Oh, it's always trick, of course. In this world, there is no such thing as treat. The elements are actually pretty balanced. Like, Light has got Arya and Jin and Rayla. Red has got Zulk and Archon, and there's not a lot of really good red heroes. Like, Dark's got Malice and Shade and Ponty. I mean, all the colors have their kind of premier heroes. The reason that Fire isn't good is just because it has no possibility, or very little possibility, for defense, unless you have the rare runes that you can actually... Well, Green has Lily. Julius isn't a good one. Yeah, Red's got Furnace too. I mean, Astrid is good. Uh-oh, this may come down to Archon. I totally, like, misplayed this too. Oh, that should be okay here. Yep. I mean, Green or Red's got Ember too. Ember's good. Green's got Drac, Lily, Agram. Agram's kind of underrated lately. It's Takumi, Jumbo, Jabber. I mean, Dark or Light, and I think Dark or Light are kind of like the premier. Anyways, it's like they're the top tier, and the color or the water, fire, earth kind of theme are the secondary tier. But I mean, Blue's got good heroes, Baron and Zola and stuff like that. I mean, Ponty, Shade, Dagrind. Red's got Solaris. I mean, Nitpick is good. Abigail. I mean, all the colors have their kind of heroes. I gotta check my points. I want to make sure I hit 50k today. It's about all I'll be able to do is hit the threshold each day, so I'm not insane like Brad. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. I didn't say you weren't lovable. Just said you were insane. Alright, 8,000, well, 7,200 to go. Alright. Still staying in the top 50. Although there's no way I'm getting... Oh, that's just a festive rune? Oh, that's daily threshold. Alright, is... That's guild player... Come on, player rank. It's a foresight rune. Only goes to top 10 though. That's another thing. Like this last event was generous. This one is cheap. Like, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, he's just taking all of the top spot rewards. Uh-oh. G-Mun. Ah, jerk. Oh, okay, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. He used those. Wait, are you serious? 25 Rogar tokens for 50 bucks? What? Alright, so that is going to be... It's not Rayla, Aria. And... I think I got... Oh, he doesn't have... Do I go Grandar or do I go Jin? I don't know. The Grandar is going to give some pretty good stuff, too. Shade, Ella, Malice, Jin. I don't think my Ella and Malice would survive G-Mun's. No, I'm sorry. I don't trust that one, Firene. Not for this. I don't think any of those heroes would survive. Plus, my Ella isn't ruined right now. I don't even know if my Shade is fully ruined. And my Shade is offensively ruined, not defensively ruined. Malice will purge Foresight. I don't even know what you're talking about. Silenced? If I lose because of silence, although they have to kill Arya, which isn't going to happen with that team. Now, this is pretty much a done deal for me. There is very little chance at this point that I lose this. As I say that, and then I lose. It doesn't matter if she doesn't survive the battle, though. She has to survive that initial onslaught. And mine wouldn't. I don't know how yours are ruined, but mine would not. I'm going to save that. Yeah, they had freezing skin on Rayla. I guarantee. I've got 2 heroes that are almost dead. I'm going to wait. Now I'm going to use this. Your stuff is ruined differently than my stuff is. I can tell you for a fact my Ella would die with the very first Rayla blast. She just could not deal with that. My Alice would probably die as well. Shade would maybe survive. Jin might survive. But I have 0 defense. Like, my Jin is like 6,000 defense. It's not important right now. We can talk about it on the server, and we can test it on, like, I can test it on another point. Oh, son of a... See? I have to pay attention to what I'm doing because I use the wrong friggin' team. Fortunately, Ari is here, so it really doesn't matter what I'm using. Solaris should have perfect striking. She does, like, no damage. Changing game back. My Solaris' attack, including a warrior rune. I mean, she doesn't do terrible damage. She's just not designed to be a damage-dealing hero. I mean, I've had it a couple of times where she's done like 10k damage. But that's a rare case. Unless they have a Foresight rune, which my Rayla does. there's a definite risk of that as of today. And I see what you're saying about purging foresight, but purging is the wrong word. It'd be like triggering foresight. But she's not actually purging it. It's still there. It just goes off and takes that instead of silence. So yeah, you're swamping Craw. But like I will by the time today is done, I'm gonna probably have at least 2 foresight runes on my Rayla, just because it's so critical that she gets her stuff off to start with. And if you take, I mean, if it was Darius, it wouldn't even be an issue, but Bloodians? Hey, Guero. What level are you? I mean, I wouldn't even use Hopper if you're high level. Okay, at 47, that's fine. Then yeah, defense primarily. You can get a little bit of damage resistance, but I don't know that there's a lot of damage resistance that you're going to get at runes at that level. But just defense primarily on Hopper. Shadow Blade, you can pretty much rune attack and crit or attack and some skill. For that level, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to get the synergies with Dark Heroes. There's not a lot of other stuff, but just Dark Heroes. Round 1, assuming your Shade is Ascended, you'll get the Shroud buff, and yeah, absolutely. At 47, you should be fine there. at high levels, you won't want to put a lot of energy into Hopper, but or Zom right now. But for your levels, they're fine. Yeah, I mean, Yasmin is still good at level 33. Jabber, yeah. Zulk and Shadowblade, yeah, that makes sense. You should probably still be fine. I mean, once you start getting above 50, you're going to want to have your heroes ascended, but at 47, I mean, you're going to be running into people with epics, though, is the problem. You can craft them. You can use your PvP honor points to buy the materials and then just craft the runes. And that's pretty much the only way, short of like getting in event rewards and stuff like that. Yeah. So, wait, Gravy. I said I would, yeah. No, it's okay, Guero. I have no problem answering questions. None at all. That's why I'm here. Quite alright. If you haven't joined the Discord, I suggest you do. The GravyTraining Discord. There's a lot of people that can provide answers when I'm like not streaming and stuff like that. Why wouldn't they stack? Foresight stacks. If they provide a stack of Foresight, then they should stack. And if they don't, then it's a bug. They said they don't? I'd have to read that. They should. Because regular Foresight stacks. That'll be something that I complain about to Joel. Because they're talking about all these different mechanics and stuff and trying not to have different mechanics, and then they make different mechanics. Like, stop doing that. I mean, if you want to put 6 Foresight runes. If you want to put 5 Foresight runes on and gimp your hero by putting 5 Foresight runes, it should be able to do that. I'm gonna have to complain to Joel about that. I don't think that's right. It should stack, and it should stack with regular Foresight. Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, it's the damage boost that doesn't stack. Yeah, I thought that the Foresight should stack, because it's the same mechanic, or it's supposed to be the same mechanic. That makes more sense. You can't just get an iterative boost to your heroes. So what, guys? Or guys and gals, potentially. It is time. You could go like Aria, Lily with the skin, Jin, and I don't know, like just pick another hero. Like you could go Craw, something like that.
You're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Ooh, butterfly. We're all gonna die.
Did it say die? Yeah, it said die. Yes, you did. Curse wording epic. Oh, I gotcha. Curse word epic.
Even though letting go feels right, I can't afford to say goodbye.
We just had to have a muffin interlude.
Are bound together, especially since cartoons live forever.
We're all gonna die. Pop, pop, pop.
I do play Plants vs. Zombies.
It's muffin time, 'cause I wanna die.
I've considered doing streaming of PvZ, but
Also, you can buy this song on iTunes. Side note, I'm going to be at MCM Comic Con in London this month, so come on by and say hi to this guy. The guy is me, to be clear, so manage your expectations.
alright. Muffin interlude over. Garden Warfare. Well, Plants vs. Zombies 2 Garden Warfare, you mean? If so, yes, like the PvP mode. Battles. And if so, yes. I don't play it a lot anymore, but it's actually the game that I was playing before I got into Dungeon Boss. Oh, the third-person shooter? No. I didn't know there was a third-person shooter for Plants vs. Zombies. I need a haircut. I can see that. Or she should produce energy, like an extra energy every round for everybody. Although she's already she's already as strong as she needs to be, but that'd be like the daylily. Or it's Marigold that produces, or the sunflowers. So it'd be the Lily was the one that produces coins. Yeah, maybe every time you take her into battle, she gives you coins for the damage you do. It definitely gets boring. Little wings that are growing on the back. That's there. Like little monk cowl. Yeah, I can get away with streaming with it because I have the headphones on that cover it up, but yeah, I should be pretty close to reaching the threshold for the day. I mean, I'm definitely already past minimum for the guild, so I'm not stressing, but I also want to do well for creepy. Yeah, I get so bored. That's why I like streaming doing this, is that I can hang out and bullshit with you guys too, so. 47.5, cool. That's not bad. I'm close. Nice, what'd you make? Ketchup sandwich. Or did you make yourself some toast? I'm not a fan of ketchup either, so that's alright. I don't like anything tomato. I don't even get sauce on my pizza. Winner, winner, chicken nuggets for dinner. I'm sorry, there is one tomato that I do like. I take that back. One true good tomato. The rest, not so good. So, are you on like a no carb diet or something? Because cheese is not exactly healthy. I know because I love cheese. Okay. So yeah, now you're low carbs or no carbs or whatever. Hopefully you're doing it in conjunction with your physician, because that stuff can actually mess up your kidneys if you do it too long or do it wrong. But no sugar is a good thing anyways. And sugar is going to be carbs. I mean, I'm diabetic, so I have to watch my intake. And I don't do any sugar. But I do carbs. Yes, I said do. That's basically like silence. Except they're still gaining energy. They're just not able to use anything for a turn. Yeah. Falcon. Actually, they've made a whole bunch of runes right now. They need to take a break from new runes. New runes, new tunes. They need to fix systems, mechanics. But apparently I have the knack for giving them runes that they want to make, because all of the runes they've put out in the last little bit have been stuff that I suggested. Not enablers, that was them, but I got a bunch of them out here all at once. A year before they had foresight. Well, they do. It's called an enabler rune with their 3 enabler runes. Like, I can have my Ice Bloom do permanent epics, and she's invincible unless you have shield piercing. Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it's real small on my screen, but it does kind of look like dabbing. Grim Reaper. There's an idea for a username or like a handle or whatever is be the Happy Reaper as opposed to the Grim Reaper, the Jovial Reaper. Look at that. That's irony right there. It'd be funny if there was an Easter egg where if you banish Zulk with Zulk, that he would banish another demon onto the field with like, because he's banishing from hell into the real world. Like, all of a sudden a random demon comes out with the same runes. It opens up the camera on your phone and digitizes your own face, and your own face pops up. Or a little flip-top headed Saddam Hussein from South Park. That would be an Easter egg. OMG. That would definitely be a good one. I don't even think Trey Parker and Matt Stone, or whatever his name is, would sue either. I think they'd let him. He just comes out and says, "Hey man, relax." For YouTube, I think you have to log into your YouTube account or your Google account settings to change the profile picture. It's not YouTube, it's Google. You know, I'm surprised I haven't seen almost any Rayla defenses. I don't know if anybody else has had the same experience, but I mean, there's been a few, but probably less than 1%. Like, almost every defense is something along these lines. I mean, Lily everywhere, but almost no Rayla. I use Leo, Solaris, Arya, and Lily. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the one that I saw. I think the Rayla DE was Autumn's team. But yeah, I barely see any right now. And I think like day one, they were all over the place. But it's probably because the version was broke and they were OP. I just don't know why I don't get attacked more either. Usually it's like I post my defense getting beaten, and then that I get blitzkrieged with people using that exact same technique. But typically I don't get attacked very much. And it's surprising to me. I would expect more. Fourth, fifth. Welcome back, Guero. I concur that you disagree. I'm starting to get cross-eyed from staring at this thing for so long. So I'm going to go till at least 9:30 Eastern, which is half an hour, possibly as much as another full hour, but it'll be sometime between 30 and 60 minutes that I wrap up. I love it when Lily never even makes it out of rogue form. So, what top? This team that I'm facing? Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the power of ridiculously set up Archon. You're not going to encounter that at your level, though, so you're alright. Yeah, no, exactly. You're not going to encounter that stuff at that level. And I do that to most teams. Scary thing is my Jin has almost the same attack power. He's off by like 200. Slightly lower by like 200. But he doesn't have near the damage penetration. $27.5 thousand with 40% damage penetration. Plus, he's slightly boosted right now, so for the event. I think he's boosted for the event. And he's... No, I don't think I have a Foresight rune on him, but he is boosted for the event. Malice is boosted because of the Foresight rune, and so is Valken. It is and it isn't. Like, he literally kills himself to do it. So, I think the cost is good. Then he comes back right now, and I think the fact that he comes back without any of his energy is kind of broken, but... Not every legendary, no. Zulk's legendary, and he's not boosted. Oh look, they killed Kenny. So, I don't know why they have shade here as well, but that's fine. If you kill the other team before his attack finishes, so he does the damage resolves, then he dies, so you actually win, but if you don't kill everybody, then you lose. I've actually had battles, I actually posted one on my channel, where I was fighting Creepy, ironically, and I did a final attack that killed his last hero. Or no, I did an attack, and then he did an attack on my hero that killed my last hero. And that, we had volatile components. And ended up killing his last hero as well, like at the same time. So we were both dead, but he technically won the battle. It was pretty darn funny. Talk about taking a step down, Shade. Hey Daryl, how's it going? I definitely like the fact that you came as Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. You heart. Why is that? Like your YouTube name or your hero name? Or character name? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's hard to pick one and then you end up with different names in different games and stuff like that. That was me for a while. I used to go by like winter.net for like Wintermute. I'm a big William Gibson fan. But I ended up settling on the GravyTrain, and I like it, so I use it for everything now. And GravyTraining is almost always available, like nobody's using it places. People, oof, nice. Or poopy oof. There is that, or you end up forever potato god. Or, sorry, not potato, tomato god. In a world where people are trying to make ketchup out of all of the tomatoes, one tomato stands above them all. The tomato god, wreaking vengeance upon vegetarians everywhere. Hey, Toasty. Nice. You ever seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Tomato God? Deadeye. Deadeye is probably one of my favorite hero, as far as just like the heroes go. Nice. So now I can just kind of raid casually, but... yeah, Rocky's a weird hero. Like, he could be friggin' great. I just feel like they're kind of underutilizing him. Kozar. I haven't found, like, most people's defenses lately. I'm getting weird matchmaking. Like, I can't ever... the last time I came across, like, Wagdog or Paco on defense, I used to see them all the time. Now I never see them. I don't know what has been done. My guess is that it's based on, like, total PvP trophies or something. Eventually we'll have, like, yes, I don't know, they must break people up into, like, queues or something, like little pools or cells or something, I don't know. Yeah, I saw that video. He got smashed. It was pretty cool. But in fairness to Craig, I mean, he's coming back after being gone for like 9 months or something like that. And I mean, he was only level 79, or maybe he was just turned 80, and he didn't have nearly the runes or anything like that that I did. Like, he wasn't an endgame player. He might be better now, but he wasn't then. Yeah, I've put together an idea about tournaments, like being able to set up tournaments, like either open or private, and you could just raid against people and stuff like that. You'd have to either have some sort of token to get in, either via questing or events or something like that, or you could buy it. But you could use like tickets or gems. I can't even see those pictures, they're so small. Nah, it's not OP. It's balanced. Considering you can't even like banish constructs, and you can never actually kill anybody with it or anything. I disagree. OP gets thrown around too much. Like, there's very little that's actually OP. There's things that are strong. Yeah, but OP really does kind of, I mean, when you think about it, it is kind of just more so than insane. Like, it's overpowered. Like, something could be insanely strong, but still within the limits, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's connotation or perception. I didn't even know about the energy gain, or never paid attention to the energy gained. Besides, like, if you banish a hero... Oh, no, I think that, I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, it actually got buffed a little bit. It didn't used to be from red heroes, it was just demons. And you actually had to have 3 or 2 other demons with them. But I mean, I think it just made him where he should be. Like, I'm completely okay with that, because a hero has to die to get it. Also, like, okay, so that didn't kill a hero. It banished a hero, did half of their health, they're gone for 2 rounds. Whereas, like, this kills 3. Or Malice will kill 1 or 2 with her Malevolent Strike. Like, those heroes are out of the game entirely, or they're dead until they get rezzed. Like, the Banish, they come back, they're still alive. It's not a permanent thing. Nice. You didn't realize that they have voice recognition built into Skyrim. They're spying on you. Your house Carl is keeping tabs on you. Yep. Skyrim knows when you're masturbating in your room. And they are disappointed with you. Nice. Nice work, Grady. No, there's definitely people that are better than I am. I'm just very well equipped and I put a lot of thought into what I'm doing. I think so. I think he's, I mean, it's close, but if you look at my my meta spreadsheet, he's right up there at the top. It's like him, Rayla, Zulk, Jin, and Ponty. Ponty being probably 5th. Jin probably 3rd. I'd say so. And 100 portal pulls is quite a bit. But yeah, I think Archon is probably the number 1 right now. That'll change. At one point it was Falcon. Well, yeah. I mean, my Archon is definitely... I don't know that you can get him any higher. I'm sure there's other people that have the same. But I don't know that you can get him any higher. Zulk is actually 3rd, I think. I think Rayla is potentially... Although it's really close between the two of them. So, I mean, it could really go either way. I mean, the problem is, like, if Zulk with Archon is more powerful than Rayla. Zulk by himself, not as good. I reg against your defense. Yeah, I mean, I lose. I lose my share. A lot of times I'm just messing around or running teams that people suggested or whatever, too. Oh, the RNG against your defense, gotcha. Yeah, and I mean, if I'm streaming, if we're not in the middle of an event like this, too, I mean, a lot of times I'll be running teams that aren't necessarily perfectly balanced or anything like that too. Like this team it's like clockwork. You're running a Rayla defense, aren't you? If I recall. I mean, it has Rayla, and generally it'll have either Craw or Darius, and a couple of other ranged heroes then. Well, if you're running Rayla, then you would probably not want to run the skin on Lily anyways. So the Lily skin, you've seen the Oak Lily. That's a skin. That's not, like most of the skins are cosmetic, but there are a quantity of 4 of the type of item that is a skin that have special abilities. So this is Lily's Grove Guardian skin. And this one actually provides buffs. This is like her holiday skin, and that's her regular skin. Yeah. So with the Grove Guardian skin, she gets Oak Form buff. Yeah, and Hansuke gets the first attack that comes at him, he will always parry, and he gets immunity to freeze and chill and frostbite. Hansuke, or Panties gives disease on start, like the entire enemy is diseased. It's among them, it's not the best. Like the Ponty skin is pretty good. Jumbo doesn't have an ultimate skin. I don't even think Jumbo has a skin at all. No, he doesn't. But then skins like this are just purely cosmetic. If you're confusing Jumbo having a skin, that you're probably thinking of Kozar. Purple, not green. Sort of stinky. Yeah. Yeah, I've been running this friggin' team for like 4 hours now. Nice. I'm not changing the teams up tonight. Just focusing on getting a bunch of victories for the guild games. After this weekend's over, I'll go back to doing, ew, that's gross. I wouldn't just on principle. But yeah, after the weekend, I'll go back to like next week. Yeah, I gathered. I knew what you meant. I didn't think you were talking about doing it for real. Alright, 15 minutes. Go ahead and cut it off at 9:45. Or they've spent money. Like a lot of times that'll be somebody's alt. I mean, maybe they just got that lucky, but unlikely. Nice. You have them all ascended or just unlocked? Hey, Daddy. Come say hi to the stream. You won't come because I want you to come. Alright. Are you guys ready? Epic Dottie time. Nope, nope, not yet. Say hi to the team. Say hi to the stream. You don't like being held, I know. You do have pretty perfect timing tonight, Abe. The other kitty is sleeping on the bed right now, so don't you dare, Dottie. Dottie, do not dare attacking her while she's sleeping. No. That's good. Yeah, that's the cat that sleeps on my feet all the time. Yep. I'll actually show all the heroes. So, hero runes, damage pen. Hero runes, damage pen. Inhibitor, this for the high attack. A hero with damage pen. What are your choices? So, Foresight, Festive, Shield Pierce, and Archon, or Zulk. Hero, damage pen, damage reduction. Hero with damage pen, Guardian rune, and a hero with head healing. So the Foresight rune is in the shop. For the blue or the green one, yeah, there they are. They're green. And the blue one comes up. There's two of them that come up as a special deal. Agnon, Bra would be the two that I would choose from. Yeah, the blue is the special offer. The green is the one that's in the shop. And then my Malice runes. So Festive, Hero. Hero. Foresight. And a Shield Pierce. Darius, meh, I mean, if you have Rayla, but I would definitely do probably Craw or Agnon. Most likely Craw between those, because Craw, until you get, and is it a first or second ascension? Oh, stats of Archon stats. One heroic portal. Well, I can tell you, legendaries are 300 ether. Gold are like 25 or 20. Silver are like 10, and bronze are like 5. Nothing. Falcon. Very balanced. Bulk. I think he's approaching 20k attack. 19k. Yeah. Yes, they do. That's how I can get like 700,000 ether after like some events and portal pulls. So there's that, and then Malice. I think she's got like 12k attack. Definitely not as good. Yeah, it used to be legendary tokens would give you like 30. Regular heroes would give you like 25. And then like the cheap heroes would give you 15 or 20, something like that. But nobody really paid attention to what was like legendary or anything like that back then. Jeez. Yeah, so like you can see there, the damage resolves, then he falls over and dies after the damage is resolved, so that's why you would still win if you kill the last heroes with that. But your Archon would be dead too, you would just win the battle. Because they don't have the concept of a draw. Yeah, Jabber's got a good epic. Imagine Jabber's epic on Malice. I think it's among the best, yeah. I mean, it's definitely been reliable as all hell. Yeah, and it originated from this stream too. The first or second night. I think it was the first night Creepy was on my stream. We ended up coming across this concept with Archon and Zulk. I mean, it would depend on what his epic was. I did not ask for a Malice Epic. Somebody else did. I just asked that they make sure to balance it if they give her one. Like, it shouldn't have attack as a stat that's boosted. I never want to get heroes that are too powerful. Yeah, I mean, defense, hit point, skill, or DP, or I'm sorry, DR, something along those lines. Yeah, there's no demon healer. Although I could see them turning, like, Ella into a... Not so. I mean, she technically heals. She does technically heal, but she's not a healer. But I could see them turning her into kind of like a, not so much a healer or like a reser, but no, I never want to have them create heroes that are too powerful. I don't think that third ability is too powerful. Mine is friggin' ridiculous. But it's not like every single person that's doing that. But Archon is still fallible, and like you can't use them on defense. Like heroes, to be really good heroes, you should be able to use them on offense and defense. And he's definitely strong. But so is Zulk, so is Lily, so is Arya, so is Valken, so is Ponti, so is Shade. I mean, not all of the legendary heroes are created equal, but they are all good. Well, no, I take that back. They are not all good. Bramble sucks. But they are mostly good. Yeah, Bramble. Igorok could be decent. I think if monsters in general were stronger, he would be better. I'm betting with, although his epic proc is kind of weak, you could probably make a functioning team with Igorok. Alright. This is the last battle. I am tired. And then stream for almost 4 hours. Working all day before that. Well, working. I could see Igorok, Ponti, Lily, and Iris, and somebody else. Archon. You can get stars for ascending. You just have to get tokens, and if you get them from summons, or you get them from dungeons, or you get them from rewards for quests, or events, or PvP, things like that. But it's based on the tokens. Take a quick look at Igorok. So, insulated monsters, so all monsters are immune to freeze and chill and frostbite. Although now, that can be accomplished with Grondar. Armored, which is actually a weakness in most cases. Monsters take reduced damage from debuffed characters. So that's interesting if you brought... See, most of the monsters don't do debuffs, though. Lady Nimrod. Nice. Thing is, there's not very many good blue monsters. I mean, it's Igorok, pretty much. And then, what was the one you had a question about? Arctic Assault's supposed to do. So it's a melee water attack on target and 2 random enemies. 1.5x damage if the enemy is chilled or frozen. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a melee attack on 1 target and then 2 random other ones. It could be the same one. Could be 2 other ones. It could be 1 more and then whatever. Does 1.5 times damage if the enemy has a chill debuff or is frozen, which doesn't happen very much anymore. The epic doesn't really add much either. I mean, it's a chance to do 2x damage with splash damage to all enemies. It adds freezing skin to water allies. So actually, you know what? Igorok against Aria teams, Igorok could actually be really, really freaking good. Use Igorok. Igorok has a chance to fear.
All I do is count that paper.
Chance to fear beasts on attack. But yeah, it's probably beasts we're getting feared. But yeah, throw some enablers on Igorok, and that is actually... So, actually the great idea there would be to use Igorok, Kai, Selwyn, and Falcon. That could actually be pretty damn good. Because Kai, you would start out, or you would lead with Call of the Deep. Or hell, use Takumi. Takumi would be pretty badass, or Zola, or Theron. I mean, any of them, but this guy, not Creel guy. So you use Call of the Deep. Yeah, but there's almost no Rayla teams out there. I mean, I'm not saying you use it on defense. I'm saying you use it on offense. So it might be an alternative to four old men are yelling at you in game. Gotcha. I'm gonna have to try that. Like, nobody expects the monsters. And there's a hell of a lot of Aria. It would potentially also be very good for, like, Lily teams and stuff, too. But, alright. Oh, the Greybeards, yeah. So anyhow, I'm out for the night. Thank you, everybody that hung around and stopped in and all that. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button on your way out if you can be so inclined and so kind as to do so. I probably won't stream much throughout the weekend. I might. Depends on whether or not I'm feeling up to it. But definitely next week, and I might try to do another game on like Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Be safe, have fun. Peace.